श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्ताम् सदा हृदि। रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्। சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्य कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्ताम् सदा हृदि। रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्। சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணி வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
சேத்தனமான அவர தத்துவமாவது ஜீவசப்த வாச்சியமாய் ஸ்வரூபத்தாலும் சக்தியாதி குணங்களாலும் பரிச்சேத்தியமான அகமர்த்தம். So we are talking about namely the lower category, namely the individual soul, namely they point to us. We are the Chetanas, we are the Avara Tattvas, and we are called Jivatma, the individual soul. And we are limited in all characteristics of the Lord. In every matter connected with the Lord, we have only less quantity and quality. So this is what we say. So we can go to 17 now. இது ஸ்வயம் பிரகாசத்தையாலும் ஞான குண ஆசிரியமாகையாலும் ஞானம் என்று பெயர் பெற்று இரண்டுபடியாலும் தனக்குத்தான் தோன்றுமதாய் அனுகூல ஸ்வபாவமாய் அதி சூக்ஷ்மமாய் திலத்தில் தைலம் போலவும் தாருவில் அக்னி போலவும் சர்வ அச்சேதனங்களிலும் அனுப்பிரவேசிக்கவற்றாய் நிர்விகாரமாய் குணத்திரை ரகிதமாய் கண்டு கேட்டு உற்று மோந்து உண்டு உழலும் ஐங்கறிவுகளுக்கும் விஷயமன்றிக்கே நிஷ்கிருஷ்ட வேஷத்தில் தேவத்வ மனுஷத்வாதி பேதங்கள் இல்லாமையாலே. So till then we will see that here. So now we are now talking about in 17th point the Paramatma. So Paramatma is Swayam Prakashata. So it has got this self-effulgence. So it is self-manifest, self-bright. No need, no external light is necessary to brighten it up. So Swayam Prakashatayalum, Jnana Guna Ashrayamahayalum. So Jnana, wisdom, so Guna, all other characteristics, Ashrayamahayalum, it's a substratum, it's a receptacle, it's a container. Paramatma is the container of all the wisdom and all auspicious qualities. And generally they are called Jnana, Jnananandamayam Devam. Jnanam Brahma. So Jnanam என்று பெயர் பெற்று so இரண்டுபடியாலும் தனக்குத்தான் தோன்றுமதாய். So இரண்டுபடியாலும் in the sense because Lord is Antaryami inside the individual soul. So we can also, as individual soul, we can also aim at full wisdom. So Tanakuttan Tondrumadai, it manifests itself. Anukula Swabhavamai, helpful in nature, congenial in attitude, ati sukshmamai. So we are talking about the antaryami, that is rather Paramatma. So very subtle, ati sukshmamai. As Ramanujacharya put it in Sriranga Gadyam, Tila Tailavat, Daru Vannivat. Those two expressions are taken by Swami Vedanteshika here. So Tilatil Tailam Polavum. It is like oil within the sesame seed or gingerly seed. So fire in the wood. So if the fire is not in the wood will not burn. For example, a stone cannot be burnt by fire. Even the iron, the metal cannot be burnt by fire. So daru is wood. In the what you call the stem or the trunk of the tree. Agni Bolavum as fire. Sarva Achetanangalilum Anupraveshikavatrai. This Antaryami, namely Paramatma, is present not only in the individual souls, Chetana, but also Achetana, insentient beings. So in inert beings, in lifeless beings, in thoughtless beings, he has also entered into. But having joined with either individual soul, namely Chetana, or the Achetana, namely all insentient objects, he has no change of his quality, form, nature, etc. So nirvikaramai, vikaraha meaning change. Nirvikaraha is he has no change, there is no transformation. And then he has no rajas and tamas qualities. So gunatraya rahitamai. He says the sattva is also not there. But because the sattva which we refer to here is different from aprakrita sattva in Sri Vaikuntham. And therefore, so gunatraya rahitamai, guna, we are talking about the sattva, raja, tamo, guna. So these are all the three qualities. So sattva means good qualities, rajas is belligerent quality, tamas is ignorance. So all of them are not there. So what we refer to as, so when we call ourselves good people, that goodness is not the highest goodness. So kandu, ketu, kandu by eyes, ketu by ears, utru, mondu by nose, undu by mouth, that is tongue, uralum, that is we suffer. Aingari vihalukkum vishayamandrike. The Paramatma, the Supreme Soul, is not influenced by any of these sense organs and their activities. Nishkrishta Veshatil, so it has a special appearance. We cannot describe it also. Then Devatva Manushatvadi Bhedangal Illamayale, whether the individual, the inner soul is different from the heart of human beings and heart of gods, no. So Devatva Manushatvadi Bhedangal Illamayale. The nature of the Supreme Soul is not different from different living beings. Same everywhere. So Deva Manushadi Shabda Gochara Mandrike. You cannot call the Supreme Soul as a God or as a human being. Though he, generally we call him God. And generally in the incarnation we call him human being. Starting even from the mankind form. So Narasimha, Parashurama, Rama, Krishna, Balarama, etc. So we cannot call him as human being also, the category of human being. Sarva Atma Sadharanangalame. Common, Sadharana is common. So common to all souls, what do we say? Aham. When we refer to ourselves, we say I. So therefore, but he he is prone to be called, he is eligible to be called as aham. So sarvatma sadharanangalane, so common to all low souls, whether it is deva, manushya, tiryak, achetana and so on. So aham buddhi shabdangalale, aham buddhi shabdangalale, buddhi also. So when I say I know, the word knowledge, so the knowledge is also common to all the living beings, where the inner soul is also present, supreme soul is also present. Tandamukka anubhavyama irum. So it can be experienced. So the Chetana, a God, any living being with the thought capacity of the, what you call the faculty of thought, can imagine him, can visualize him. Now, 18. நான் என்கிற அர்த்தம் தானே பரபுத்தி விஷயமாம் போது அவன் இவன் உவன் என்றும் நீ என்றும் தோற்றும். So when we understand the word deeply, the word I, aham, so the inner meaning will, with regard to parabuddhi. Parabuddhi is the knowledge, wisdom about the highest God. Then when it targets the highest knowledge, when I say aham brahmasmi, when I say. So now there will be a lot of difference between the individual soul, namely Chetana, and Parabrahma. So we call him Avan, Ivan, Uvan according to Nammalvar. Nammalvar says this. So Avan meaning he, that means we do not know him. So we indescribably great person. And when he is nearby in the Archavatara, or when we lived during the Vibhavavatara, we must have seen him. So he say even this person. So that means by the proximity we call the Almighty as even this person. Again, we do not understand what is this even. And Uvan, I'm not familiar with, though I have studied in Tamil these words in school days. But all these three words, Avan, Ivan, Uvan, Uvan should be in the what you call third person. Avan, of course, is also third person, but Uvan is beyond our imagination. So, Endrum, Ni Endrum Tot. So, it looks as though, according to other sampradayas, we say that individual soul can become the supreme soul. So, it becomes Ni and Tot. So, we can misunderstand. Totrum, that means that it appears as though that the individual soul is equal to, in all respects, the supreme soul. Now, so coming to the 19th point, is Jiva Tattvam. So this Jivatma, so are of two categories, namely Baddhar Indrum, fettered souls, controlled souls, chained souls, imprisoned souls. So Baddhar Indrum, Bandhar Ahitar Indrum, the Jivatma of this category, Bandharagita, have not become Nityasuri. He is in the midway. So now he has no encumbrances, no requirements of in this world, no connections of this world. So he has no free. But that's why we don't say Muktatma. Released souls. They are not yet released souls. They are without connection to the world. They have no connection to the world. So Jivatma is of two kinds. Number one is imprisoned souls, chained souls, controlled souls, and those who have no connection with this world. That is what we call vairagyam, namely attachmentless, detached attitude. So,
Nirvikalpa samadhi. Nirvikalpa Samadhi also.
Nirvikalpa.
Nirvikalpa Samadhi in Solomon.
Right. So 20, Baddharavar. So who are the chained souls? Pala Shaivini Vankaital, Tinnam Arunda Katundu, Perunduyar Idumbaile, Mari Mari Palaperappum Pirandu, Mannai, Neer, Eri, Kal, Manjulavum, Akashumam, Punnar, Akain, Variurandru, Nana Vida Naragam, Puhum Pavam Sheidu. These are all about the chained souls, individual souls who are tied tightly to the world. The individual souls are performing a lot of activities, and they are most of them are sins, bad activities. Pala Shaivini, and therefore it becomes what we call many bad activities. One Kaitral, so they are the ropes to bind him. It's a strong rope. One Kaitral meaning strong rope. The strong rope of bad activities. So, Tinnam Arunda Kattundu, he has been tightly tied. So, Arunda, tightly, Kattundu, tied up. Tinnam, surely. So, definitely, the individual souls which are fettered or bound strongly by the sinful activities called the strong rope. Then Perunduyar Idambayile, when they suffer a lot, so when they face a lot of problems, then again Mari Mari, so they go from one birth to another birth, Palapirappam Pirandu, they take a lot of births. So births are also infinite in number. Then, so because of all of us as individual souls with the body, human body consisting of the 5 gross elements, so Mannai, Mrit, Neer, Up, Eri, Tejo, you have to add Kal, Manjulavum, Akashamum. Akasham, sky. So Akasham. So what do we say is Prithvi, Up, Tejo, Vayu, Akash. So all these 5 gross elements are the components of our human body. So Punnar, Akain. Akai is the human body. So our body is injured by all these 5 gross elements. Vari Urandru, we suffer by joining with these gross elements. The Urandru, we actually roll down by seeking the wrong path of these 5 gross elements. Then Nana Vida Naragam Puhum Pavam She. So we commit greater sins and then enter into different types of hell. Nana with the different types of Narakam hell, Puhum Pavam She. So we do not know that we have to enter into the hell if we commit sinful activities. That means by ignorance, by insolence, pride, haughtiness, and so on. So Rajo and Tamas, Rajas and Tamas gunas, and therefore we always commit bad activities. Now the note says, Ye Veroru Jnanate Edurvaradu Tane Tondudal. The Lord, the Supreme Soul, he does not expect any other wisdom to support. So Jnanathin Udavi Indriyam, Jnanathin Udaviyal. The Lord can manifest himself with a lot of wisdom. With the help of the wisdom, he can show himself up, but he doesn't need the support. He doesn't need the support of wisdom. Then Ellukul. So what we saw is gingerly seed, sesame seed. Aranikattekul. When you say daru, so daru is a special wood where It's from a tree called Arani. And then there are two, at least sets of the wood by which when we churn with the same wood, one type of wood to another type of wood, we get fire. So Aranikattekal, by friction, we get fire. Only because the fire is inside the wood. So, E Marubadu illadadai, we saw that. And then F Sattvam Rajastamasagi, Mukunangalam Atradai. So, G Sharira Sambandham in the Tanita Nilayil. So, there is no connection with the body. H Ilak, aim. So, I Poduvana. So, J Anubhavikavariya. So, the word Aham can be used by all. So, Anubhavyamahum. The Supreme Soul can be experienced by all individual souls. The word Aham is common. Aham Artham is common. Sadharanangalana. Then K Pirar Ariyumbodhu, when others understand, then Samsaratil Ahappata, L is Samsaratil Ahappatavar. That is what Ulandru we saw already. So Samsara Bandham illadavar. So Samsaratil Ahappatavar is Baddhaha. Samsara Bandham illadavar Baddha Rahitaha. Karmavahiya Valiya Kaitral. What we say is Shaivinai. Shaivinai one Kaitral. Nam Shaivinai one Kaitral. So by the strong rope called our sinful activities. Then we have the last one, namely Kattundu Ulandru Periya Dukkathai Anubhavikkum Idamagiya Shariram. What we saw is Idumbayile. Tuyarutru Idumbayile. So Idumbai is what we call suffering. Periya Dukkathai Nanavida Naragam Puhu Pavam Shri. Periya Dukkathai Anubhavikkum Idamagiya Shariram. The Shariram, the body, is made to suffer. Of course, when there is only soul, the body will feel the suffering. So this body is taken along with the Sukshma Sharira, the invisible soul, subtle soul, to the hell, and it's made to suffer. So without the soul, the body cannot exist. Without the body, the soul also cannot exist. Now, so what do we do? So we jump into a big pit of, rather, what we call mire. So Perumpazhile, we fall into a great pit, which is only dangerous, nothing else, because the habitual attitude makes us do that. Shund, they surround us, they arrest us, then we go to a big pit, Ahandru, and this is very deep in nature. So, Uyarnda Mudivil, at the end, Perumpazhile, so Poin Indra Jnanamu, we have got a lot of ignorance, false knowledge, and then Polla Volukkum. So our behavior is bad. So Polla Volukkum, Alukku Udambum, the body is dirty. Innindra Nirmayannum Tannurukkudu. For all these negative aspects of the individual soul, the Supreme Soul is showing pity over the individual soul. Nirmayannum Tannurukkudu. In all these situations, bad situations, the Supreme Soul is present in the body as inner soul because of his saulabhyam, or say easy accessibility, plus what we call the non-differentiation of status. So whoever be the individual soul, God or human being or achetana or creature, the insentient and the creature also. So he Tannuru Koduttu, he offers his own form, then Veturu Kondu, then he comes in a different form. Then, so Avarar Tunai என்று அலைநீர் கடலுள் அழுந்தும் நாவாய்ப்போர் பிறவிக் கடலுள் நின்று துளங்குகின்ற சேதனம். So we get into different births. So Veturukondu, we get a different form. And then Avarar Tunai என்று, we seek the shelter, we seek the protector, we search heavily for any protector. So we don't know where to go. Avarar Tunai என்று அலைநீர் கடலுள், we are drowning in the wavy ocean full of waves. So we are like the boat, Navai. We are like the ship sinking, Arundum, into the birth ocean, Piravikadalul, Nindru. So we stay there for a long time, for many births. Tolanguhinda Chetana. We suffer. So we become dilapidated. We become weak, very weak, and then we suffer. So that is about the Chetana. So 21. So இவர்களுக்கு அனாதியான கர்ம பிரவாக வைஷமியத்தாலே அவ்வோ போகங்களுக்கு போலே அவசர பிரதீட்ச பகவத் கிருபா மூலமான மோட்சத்திற்கு முற்பாடு பிற்பாடுகள் உண்டாம். Our birth is beginningless. For these individual souls called sentient beings, anadiyana, because we have no beginning. So karma pravaha, the flood of activities, namely good and bad activities, vaishamyattale, because of the difference between the good and bad activities, avvo bogangalukku pole, according to the good activities we enjoy the pleasure, and according to the bad activities we suffer. It is also mentioned by the word bogangal, bogangalukku pole. Boga generally means pleasure. Avasara pratiksha bhagavat kripa moolam. We have an emergency to call for the grace of the Lord. So we expect avasara pratiksha, in an emergency expectation, pratiksha expectation, bhagavat kripa moolam. So the source, namely grace of the Lord. So why do you seek them? Because of moksha, because we want freedom from this cycle of birth and death. So mokshathirku murpaadu pirpaadugal undam, meaning that we have to make arrangements, think of arrangements, to seek knowledge to do what we call follow the aim of moksha. So 22, bandharahitar endrum muktar endrum nityar endrum irandu vagai. So among the people who have no connection with the world, there are two categories, namely released souls and permanent residents of Sri Vaikunta, nityar. So muktar endrum nityar endrum irandu vagai. So 23, muktaravar. So who are the released souls? எம்மா பாவியர்க்கும் விதிவாய்க்கென்று வாய்க்கும் கண்டீர் என்னும்படி நடுவே வந்து உய்யக் கொள்கின்ற நாதன் திருவருளாலே கருவிலே திருவுடையராய். So this is what we call in Sanskrit Jayamana Kataksha. So even before birth, when the child is in the womb of the mother, then some souls are highly blessed. So Nathan Tiruvurulale, because the highest Almighty gracefully blesses him. So Nathan Tiruvurulale, Karuvile Tiruvudayarai. So born with a silver spoon in the mouth, we say in English, but we can say born with a gold spoon in the mouth. Karuvile Tiruvudayarai. Examples are Prahlada, even Abhimanyu, Dhruva. So they got the wisdom at the youngest age, even before 5. So Naduve vandu uyakkolgen, Parikshit also. Right. So நடுவே வந்து உய்யக்கொள்கின்ற, Lord wants to redeem us in the middle of our suffering. Then they become what we call released souls. எம்மா பாவியர்க்கும் விதி வாய்க்கென்று இன்று வாய்க்கும் கண்டீர். Though many people have committed many sinful activities, ma paviyarkum, even though he is a great sinner, many are great sinners, suddenly the fate helps them, other the what we call the nemesis or the luck dawns upon them, and therefore Lord comes and makes them escape the suffering. Vaikum Kandi. We are going to see all this in the quotations. Then Pītagavādai Pirānāt Birama Guruvahi. That we will see from the next page. So now here, A Prakriti Mandalatil is in this way, earth, Tunburhindra, B Tunburhindra, suffering, Pakkuva Nilayin Kala Veruvadu. So by the time difference, Prapatti Shayyam Samayate Edirvarkindra. So now there are two sides, namely expectation from the Lord that the individual soul will ask for moksha. That means will do surrender. And the individual soul who doesn't want to suffer more and therefore expects an opportunity to surrender. So Prapatti Shayyam Samayate Edirvarkindra. Now, Thiruvaimozhi 517 gives us the Pashuram. Amman, Azhippiran, Avan, Evvidattan Yanar, Yam Ma Paviyarkum Vidhi Vaikkindru Vaikkum Kandir. Kaima Tunpozhitthai என அரு கைத்தலை பூசவிட்டே மெய்மாலாய் ஒழிந்தேன் எம்பிரானும் என் மேலோனே. Piran, as we understand the words in some Tamil word, highest almighty. So, Yen Melone, he is above me, he is greater than me. Sarveshwaranana, Avan, Ettagaya Perme Udayan. So, the greatest Lord is full of good qualities, and therefore, எல்லாவற்றாலும் மிக தாழ்ந்த நான் எத்தகையன். So I am the lowest person, he is the highest person. So there is a lot of difference between me and him. So Gajendranadu துன்பத்தை ஒழித்தவனே. I think we must find the word in the Pashuram. What is the word for Gajendran? Kaima Tunpozhitthai. Kaima, Ma is elephant. Kaima is the elephant lord. So it will be in the word for word, right? So என்று தலைமையில் கை கூப்பி மேலுக்கு சொல்லி வைத்தேன். So I saluted the Lord. I மேலுக்கு சொல்லி வைத்தேன் meaning I am not very deep in devotion, but still I am saying. Just for the sake of saying. So, Avan tan karunayal, by his grace, ennai unmayana bhaktiudayanaki, he made me a good, true devotee. Avanum ennidam mikka aarvamudayanai ullan. He is also deeply interested in me. Adalin, therefore, ettagaya mahapapigalukkum, for any type of sinners, Emberman Thiruvarul Palikkum Kalam Varumbodu Palithe ullu. That's what already we saw, namely, Emma Paviyarkum, Vidhi Vaikkum Kandir. Lord will bless us with his moksha, even for the grave sinners. Okay. Rajagopalan Swami, Mohan Parsadi Swami, welcome.
Awesome, Swami. Many happy returns, Swami. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Swami Rajagopalan Swami. Or Mohan Swami.
ஆழிபிரான் அம்மான் அவன் திருவாழியாழ்வானுடைய பிரபுவாகிய அவ்வெம்பெருமான் எளவிடத்தான் எவ்வளவு பெரியவன், யானார் நான் எவ்வளவு சிறியவன், இப்படி இருக்க கைமா துன்பு ஒழித்தாய் என்று, கஜேந்திர ஆழ்வானது துன்பத்தை சிரித்தவனே என்று கைதலை பூசலிட்டே சிரசிலே அஞ்சலியை பண்ணி மெய்மால் ஆய் ஒழிந்தேன். ருஜுவான பிரேமமுடையவனாக ஆகிவிட்டேன். எம்பிரானும் சர்வேஸ்வரனும் என் மேலான், என் மீது அன்பு பூண்டவனா ஆயினவன் ஆதலால் எம்மா பாவியர்க்கும் எவ்வளவோ மகா பாவிகளானவர்களுக்கும் விதி வாய்க்கின்ற தப்ப ஒண்ணாத அருளாகிற விதி வலிப்பதாமளவில் வாய்க்கும் கண்டீல் பலித்தே விடும்.
Thanks to you.
The Lord of Discus, the Overlord, where does he belong? Who am I? Simply calling, Savior of the elephant, with hands over my head. I have become his true lover. He too has become mine. However strong the karma, when his grace comes, it shall come. Just see.
Moksha is imminent for all these sinners also. வந்து பாத விலச்சனை வைத்து ஞான கைத்தர யானே என்றனதே என்கிற அகங்காரம் அமக்காரங்களாகிற படுகுழி நின்றும் ஏறி ஒன்றடியாள் திருமகளும் திருமகள் சேர் மார்பனுமே நிலா நிற்பக் கண்ட செதிர்கண்டு ஐங்கருவி கண்ட இன்பம் தெரிவறிய அளவில்லா சிற்றின்பம் ஒழிந்து களைகண் மற்றின்றி நாகடை மீசி நம்பினான் சரணே சரண் நமக்கென்ற திருநாரணன் தாள் காலம் பெற சிந்தித்து புகழொன்றில்லா அடியேன் உன்னடி கீழ் அமர்ந்து புகுந்தேனே என்றும் அடைக்கலம் புகுந்த என்னை அஞ்சல் என்ன வேண்டும் என்றும் தொன்மா மல்வினை தொடர்களை முதலறிந்து மங்க ஒட்டு உன் மாமாயை மாயம் செய்யேல் என்னை என்றும் வளைத்து ஆக்கே விடும்பொழுது எண்ணி பாவமெல்லாம் சும் என்னாதே கைவிட்டோடி தூறுகள் பாய அமரரோடு உயர்வில் சென்று மன்னும் கடுங்கதிரோன் மண்டலத்தின் நன்னடுவுள் அன்னதோர் இல்லியனூடு. All these words are from Alvar's Divya Prabandham, quoted by Swami Vedanta Deshika.
So that discussion of Bandarahitam, Bandarahitam he described as being both the Muktatmas and the Nityasuris.
Nityasuris.
Yeah. But is it proper to call the Nityasuris as Bandarahitam because they never had any banda? They never were bound. I guess
No,
they're without binding. Okay.
Whether they had previous experience of bandha or not, they are bandharahitas.
Okay.
And even in Vaikuntha, as Nityasuri, they have, they have to carry out the commands of the Lord. There is no doubt, but they have no bandha. They have no bandha. With relation to this world. That's all. Nityasuri has no business to do anything from by this world.
No bondage of Prakrita.
Right.
Good.
I mean, every Jivatman is bound to be a servant of the Lord.
Yes.
That is the nature of the Sheshatva, is the nature of the Jiva.
Nityasuri.
Yes. Of all Jivas.
Right.
Yeah. So you can't get rid of that.
Right.
You can't be freed from that.
Right.
ராமானுஜதயாமாத்ரம் ஞான வைராக்கிய பூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத் வெங்கடநாதாரியம் வந்தே வேதாந்த தேசிகம் கவிதார்க்கிகசிம்மாய கல்யாண குணசாலினே ஸ்ரீமதே வெங்கடேசாய வேதாந்த குரவே நமः. வாதித்விபசிரோபங்க பஞ்சானன பராக்கிரமா ஸ்ரீமான் வெங்கடநாத்தார்ய சிரம் விஜயதா. திருவொன்று தோப்பல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் வாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வாடேரப்போ மளவும் வாழ்வு.
ராமானுஜதயா பாத்திரம் ஞான வைராக்யபூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்ததேசிகம். கவிதார்க்கிகசிம்ஹாய கல்யாணகுணசாலினே ஸ்ரீமதே வெங்கடேஷாய வேதாந்தகுரவே நமः. சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய.